In this video, I'm gonna show you how to animate the player with a specific skin, and you can even set it to your own current skin. So, before getting started, I just want to tell you that we have a Discord server that you should totally join. Please join, you're gonna get all the news and sneak peeks and stuff. And yeah, so I decided to make that project because we did something similar for the Bendy and Nate Machine remake, and people thought it was black magic, so really funny to see that.
Wait! Explain to me! I need somebody to explain how in the world you programmed it so that it literally grabbed my model, and not only that, it was animated. You could see my arms and... This is wizardry.
So first, you want to go to this link. All links will be in the description. So this is a fork, like it's for New Year, from Animated Java. Basically what this means, it's the code of Animated Java plus my modifications. So all credits go to Animated Java. It's really an amazing plugin. I'll try to keep that up to date when AG new versions drop. But yeah, consider reading that side note here on the page. So you can scroll down to how to install, and you'll copy this link here, and you wanna open Blockbench. Missing FFmpeg pack? Yeah, sure. You wanna go to Files, Plugins, and here you should find Animated Java right there. If you have it, you have to uninstall it. Because my plugin is basically Animated Java plus feature, like I said, so it completely replaces Animated Java, and you should not have both AG plus player AG at the same time. So once you have it uninstalled, you should restart Blockbench, because dude. Okay, so once you uninstall Animated Java, you restart Blockbench, and you click Load Plugin from URL, and you're gonna paste the URL you just copied. Make sure it's GitHub, OpenVoxel Studios, and yeah, confirm. Do you allow? Yes. And there you go. You should maybe have that changelog. I don't know. Especially just Animated Java. Well, here you should have this new thing that popped up. It doesn't have an icon, it's broken. I don't know why. Try to fix it, I don't know. It should be written fork, and yeah, it should basically be almost the same. Here it's gonna say it loaded, or maybe it says it's loading. Consider restarting Blockbench once again. Bro! Once you're back in Blockbench, we're gonna start by creating our little animation. So click on Animated Java Blueprint, create new, and here you'll see a little menu. You won't change a lot in here. Blueprint name, I'm gonna say like player at Animated Java. The blueprint name, you actually don't really care. It's basically the name of the file. Here, blueprint, the export namespace. This one is really important field. I'm gonna set it to player AG. But when I write player AG down, you have to write your own namespace, the one you put in. Target Minecraft version, I only tested it on 1.21.8, so basically 1.21.5 plus, it goes from 0.5 to 0.8. Previous version may work, but I'm not sure, so consider just using 0.5 and up. And then all the rest here, you see two red things. We're gonna configure that for later, but first, blueprint. Right. Now, you wanna make a player animation. So what you can do here, you have a new button here, add stable player display. This is not part of AG. Everything else is part of AG. So you can add like cubes, like normal Blockbench and stuff. But what we want to do is animate a player that can have any player's skin. So you can click on add stable player display, and you'll have two mold types, regular and split. I'm going to show you split, and then I'm going to go for regular. Split is a bit weird. Like, personally, I don't really like it, but it's supported. Like, you can do with that. You can work with that. So as you see, well, that arm is also two pieces. You have two torso pieces, two arms for each arm, and two, well, yes. So like you can rotate the whole arm like this. Well, it seems like I'm lagging a bit. Wow, amazing. You can rotate the forearm like this too. Like you have a lot of customizability. Same for the legs. Torso too. Well, you can just, yeah. You can go with that if you want, but I'm not gonna go with that. I prefer the regular. So I'm gonna show you regular, and I'm gonna do a little animation to demonstrate. So regular is like a normal player skin, like the arm. Well, don't worry about that. Both arms are like this, legs is one piece, etc. So tiny important thing before you start animating. You should not rename any of those cubes here. Another thing, you should only move the pieces from the animate tab and not edit. Not sure it breaks anything, but you should. Oh yeah, and a little thing I forgot to mention, before you animate, you should select the whole group, select move here, move it like one up, and like one down, or Ctrl Z. I don't really know why you just have to do that, because else in Animate you can't move around the nodes. Right, so I'm gonna start with an animation. So add animation. I'm gonna call it, I don't know, and I'm gonna make it on hold, so it's like freeze on the last frame. I'm gonna make it, let's say, I don't know, 2 seconds, and you're gonna see a little time lapse of me animating whatever I'm animating. Let's go. Okay, there you go. I think I'm done with like basic animation. That's really bad. I don't know what I'm doing, but I just did that. And yeah. So that's just to show you how it works. So like, I'm not an animator, I'm just a programmer. So once you got your animation ready, you want to import it into Minecraft. For this, you want to go to Minecraft. Yes, really. So, well, I'm lagging, am I? Oh shoot. We have 2 steps. First, we want to make a data pack. Then we want to make a resource pack. Let's start with the resource pack. Here, you go into resource packs. You want to create a new resource pack. You're gonna call it like, honestly, whatever. I'm gonna call it like player and animate to Java. Inside that, you want to create a file called pack.mcmeta. So don't worry, I'm just doing that by terminal, but it's basically the same. So you want to create a file called pack.mcmeta, and you're gonna put text in it. Also create an assets folder like this, and yeah. So you should have a pack.mcmeta and assets.
So inside your pack.mcmeta, you're gonna put this content here. So it can be on one line or multiple. So you want pack format to be a number. You're gonna have to check online which number is the correct one for your version. And the description, just put whatever you want. I'm gonna put E because yes. So here, 64 is for 1.21.8. So this is the resource pack I just created. Also, don't enable it unless you have custom textures inside your AG animation. Then you're gonna head up to the GitHub repository and go into the releases tab. You can click on that one, that latest, and you should see spd.zip and spd-split.zip. You want to pick the one that corresponds to what player type you selected. So if you take regular, you have to download spd.zip. If you take the split, well, you take spd-split.zip. So I'm taking spd.zip. It's the same step if you take split. You download the zip. Once the zip is downloaded, you drag and drop the SPD into your resource packs folder, and the SPD you want to enable that one. So done, reload, boom. You do not need to enable the player animated Java you just created. You just have to have one folder like this, but you have to enable the SPD. Well, the right one, the one you choose. Once it's activated, nothing changed, it's normal. Then you want to go back to your folders. Copy the folder of your resource pack you just created. But now go to saves, to your world name, data packs. And here, paste the folder you just copied. Instead of the assets, you name that folder data. And inside pack.mcmeta, you can just leave it as so. You just have to have, well, basic content again. I can show you. It's the same content. Pack format's gonna be different, but you don't really care, I think. So, go back to Minecraft. If you type /reload, if you do /data pack list, you should see file / whatever you named it. If you don't see it, likely issue from your pack.mcmeta. You likely didn't put the right format, or, well, I don't know. But you have plenty of resources online to help you with that. You can check minecraft.wiki as well as datapack.wiki. Datapack.wiki really neat site. You can have guides getting started. Here, datapack meta, installing data packs. Here you got a whole tutorial about how to do that. Link in the description if I don't forget, else it's just datapack.wiki. Then once your data pack is created, you're gonna right click it and copy the path. If you're on Mac, you right click, hold Option, and you're gonna see this. If you're on Windows, you just see the copy path. Yeah, whatever, just copy that path from the data packs. Go back to Blockbench, Blueprint settings. You're gonna scroll down to data pack and paste it. If you're on Mac, you should have like little quotes around. Just remove those at the beginning and the end. And then you're gonna go back to resource packs and copy the one you created, not SPD, but the one you created. Same, copy the path and paste it here. And same, I'm gonna remove the quotes. So confirm, you can save the thing and you can hit export. Project exported successfully. Let's go, GG's. Now, you can /reload again. Nothing should happen, but if you type /function, you should have a lot of animated Java stuff. Take a command block, or yeah, command block. I'm gonna take a lever too. Oops. Just place it somewhere like this. Execute positioned. Boom, boom, boom. Minus 60. Oh. You position it however you want. Make sure it's rotated 0, 0. So if you summon it yourself, like if you do U and not in a command block, if you do slash, you should do /execute /execute rotated. This command is going to be in the description. Hold on, it should do like this. Execute align Y. There you go. Run function animated Java column. And here you're gonna put your namespace. So me, it's player AG. But you put your namespace, what you typed into animated Java. And then /summon. Then space, into brackets, you put args and more empty brackets. There you go. Done. And in theory, if I hit the lever, there you go. Well, okay, I aligned Y, I just did not. I should be like this. There you go. So I'm gonna remove this. And there you go. That command is gonna be in the description. So you should see, like, if you have Axiom, you should see a little gizmos like that. If you don't have Axiom, well, you shouldn't see it. And if you're in survival, you won't see it either. It's just utilities from Axiom. So once you have this one, you don't need the command block or anything. So you should, so the entity here should exist. And you shouldn't see any player, and that's intended because you didn't apply any skin yet. So if you check GitHub again, you should have here. You should have examples for each command player animated Java added. You're gonna have set skin slim, apply skin, and apply skin slim. So I'm gonna show you first set skin. So for that, you can copy that command here. I'm gonna copy it. There you go. Easier. And you paste it in chat. Something should not work, should be red, because here you have to replace those brackets here with the actual namespace. So player AG. And here again, another namespace, player AG. And here you have into brackets the player name. Here you can put whatever player name you want. So I could write like Steve Locks 100. There you go. And that should put Steve Locks' skin. In theory, that should work too if I put OpenVoxel. Yes, it works. Let's go. So here it's if you want to hard code the skin. So like if you have a command block that just sets the skin is hard coded because you don't have any customizability here. You just write the player name, and that's it. First, you have the slim version. You just change set skin. You put _slim. Oh, it's just gonna move the arms a bit. That's it. It's gonna shrink them. But now, if I want to apply my current skin to that display here, you can apply skin. So copy that command. It's not exactly the same here, because it's not as, it's at. So that's a little nerd thing, but it has to be at. So namespace same, player AG, oops. Namespace again, player AG. There you go. So magic. There you go. It's so cool. So here you just apply the skin. Really cool.
if you have like little imperfections like here, you have a tiny bit of z-fighting. In general, if you have an animation, it shouldn't be that visible. Like that's a small issue. I'm sorry for that, but yeah, you're gonna have to live with that. And same applies again. You have the slim version. You can, yeah. If someone else executed that command here, the apply skin, it would set his skin. That was cool, but the part that is the most interesting is the animation. Yes, for the animation, it's pure animated Java. So everything should be described in the documentation if you need help and stuff. But here, for my basic thing, you're gonna type /execute as at a tag ag dot your namespace player ag dot root run function animated Java column your namespace player ag /animation / your animation name. So I have IADK / and now you can do /play. You have more things like stop, pause, and stuff like that, but you can play. I'm gonna copy that command, it's gonna be easier. There you go. And now you can see the animation. Ready? There you go. Whee! And you can set the skin like you can set the skin whenever you want. It just continues to work. There you go. And here you got little magic for animating player displays. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time, I guess.